today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Sam Darnold and the Brooklyn Barons.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Barons and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They're hot as can be. Winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 14 carries, 72 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and
no question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Jackson now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give these defense some credit. They let the guys get downfield and push push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
They're on 24-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Jackson going to run again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw He saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Third down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
There's so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
But it's going to be 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
First down.
6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson going to run. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Barons, nothing. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
13. Barons, nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
First down and 10. At their own 25.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
37-yard line. A gain of 5.
Darnold down to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you. So your quarterback has to lead you, and the best way he can do it is to play well.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and they said those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Darnold completes it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Aaron.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Matthew McCrane on for the PAT. And that'll make it 13-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Don't stop that moment at their own 24-yard line.
The ball switches back over to Mark Ingram and the Ravens. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it? And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Ingram. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Down at the 18-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Darnold.
2nd and 8.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a 1st down as well.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action. It's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sam Darnold sacked.
So at that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the linemen, It seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. It's not enough time to throw the football. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
It's now 4th down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
What's the score? Ravens 13, Barons 10.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
As a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jackson on first down. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Again, Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start with a couple of teams separated by about 280 miles or so right here in Florida, as Tampa Bay heads down I-75 to take on Miami. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 20-6 was the final. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
But they run the option as Jackson will hand it to Ingram.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the option, it goes to Ingram.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley.
Number 21, Todd Gurley.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
The catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Darnold from the gun. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley down to the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold down to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Again, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Gurley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? And extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
An option run with Ingram.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Isaiah White on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as good running gets him to about the 44. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
brings up 3rd down and 13.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Jackson's pass.
Hey, get in there, get what you want, Jay. Get in there, get what you want.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Bell, the ball carrier, brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they're going to mark mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. McCrane able to knock this one through. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. So it's another field goal, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but does bring him level now.
I like how you put that in there that brings them level, right? Because if you're talking about kicking, bringing that soccer analogy in, I love that one. I love that one a lot. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing, right? Go ahead and kick the ball. Make sure you get some points. Even if it's a safe call, I think it's the right call.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes the visuals don't exactly work out the way you expect. They wanted to let him use his size there and float one up to him, but he wasn't able to get any separation. The DB was right on him and forced the incompletion.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Darnold. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st down, Bell takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Able to convert on 3rd and a terrific play call.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Ingram going to get it on the option.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Makes the score Ravens 19, Barons 16.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Jackson going to give to Ingram on the option.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. They're running. Ingram. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. To throw is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
They run the option as Jackson will hand it to Ingram.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom Boom, boom, all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. To throw again on second down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A first down throw, Darnold. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And that's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Sam Darnold in the offense, down by 10, a little under 1:50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now it's Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The Ravens offense back out there. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ingram again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.